All right, welcome back to the Make or Break Shop. This week we are going to be laser engraving this Yeti tumbler. We're going to add a riser as well as a rotary unit to a full spectrum laser to see how that works. All right, so first I gotta get this to where I can actually work on it. The tip if you guys are doing this, remember that you've got water. Now, I'm just gonna tape the top down so that we can just flip it over. So now that we've got that set up, I'm going in and taking out all of these screws around the top. Then this plate just removes. All right, so now we have taken this off. You can kind of see the underside. Actually, the laser is right here, and there's the camera array. There's the laser head. This is the riser that we've got out. I'm taking this plate and I am putting it back on. So this is the riser and we've got the Muse upside down. So I need to flip it over, put it on top. What's nice about this is actually a slot that there's a rail right here that you can adjust these brackets. And so you can actually put the honeycomb back on this and still use this as standard, and then take this out and you have this depth of like 6 inches, which is really, really nice. And then the rotary unit just sits down right inside of here. It looks like you can leave the rotary in. Then I should be able to pick it up and put it on top. Water just keeps on wanting to get me. And something I should have been doing this whole time is literally just connecting these two together. And then there are slots that the slides down on top of. And I have it backwards. And I got a nice little pinch. Now I can take the tape back off. So we got the riser and the Muse attached. There's actually a pass-through, so this will come off, and then you can slide things in. And then when you go inside, you can see this is a good bit deeper. First floor, it's right here. That's what it was originally. Now it goes all the way down, another 6 inches. And then this bracket right here in the back, those are a couple screws you can unscrew, and this whole thing will slide forward. And then you can drop the honeycomb back on top of that. We're gonna drop the rotary in, and then it comes with this connector that attaches right here. The other end connection point right here. Some of these attachments I don't actually need. So now you can kind of see how this goes in. So this just slides down. Make sure that this is square so that you can get it level. And what I'm gonna do is, I've got this little gauge that I use on my table saw. I am just going to raise it up till we get to 0. We're gonna call that close enough. So you might have been able to tell it during the actual engraving, but you can see the logo is squished, especially right on this side. Pretty much what was happening, so as this was turning, because it doesn't weigh a ton, it really would just slip. So the gears would still turn, but this actually wouldn't turn on top of it. So I went on the forums, I looked around a little bit to figure out some ways to fix that. A couple things you guys can do is you can add like a rubber band to the outside and then drop that on. That gives you better friction. And then something I did, just because I had it around here, was I grabbed a baseball, dropped it in, and then I stuck like a glove just to kind of hold that baseball in. And between those two, it definitely weighed this down more. So I actually did the exact same thing again. You can see it turned out a lot better. So I thought it was pretty funny on the make or break mug. So we have one side that was a make and another side that was a break. So if if you have seen any of my videos, you probably have seen this mug chilling in the background. It basically is like a miniature version of what we just did, but I used this as a coffee mug. The only difference with this guy is it's got a handle, and I put this really cool Death Star design on it. I thought I had weighed this down, but I didn't take into account the fact that the handle was going to kind of offset the weight. So again, you kind of had it where it should be a perfect circle, but it started to slip a little bit because this was weighing it down. So again, I could have put more weight inside of here, but that's actually something to be careful of, just to make sure you're weighing this down so that it's not slipping on you, and then you're gonna wind up getting something messed up like that. And then the last thing that I tried is glass. And so I've tried a few different ones. This was the one that actually got to work pretty well. So this was a colored piece of glass. I still want to dial in the settings some more, but it worked pretty well, and it got a pretty good effect with it. So the last thing I wanted to try out was just a normal glass. I did several different tests with this, but I never really could get it to work the entire way. So you can see it was always kind of skewed. I did a ton of different tests to really try it out, especially you can tell. And what I think has happened is this is a combination of a bunch of factors. First is it was slipping. I was able to kind of fix that, but I don't think it had it leveled all the way this way or this way. And so because of that, it would kind of be skewed as it was rotating, and it would give me that effect. I'm gonna keep on playing around with this. I'll probably make an update video once I get it dialed in. But for everything else, this actually works really, really well, especially with the metal containers where they have more of a flat surface. So it's really easy to kind of get this thing leveled and get this lined up. So another piece with this unit that I'm not showing here is you can actually remove this plate right here, and this gives you a pass-through. So even if you have material that is longer than what the max depth is, which is like around 12 inches, you can push this through and still engrave on top of it, so you'll be good to go. Now, I've done a full review on this unit specifically, especially getting into kind of how the 3D camera system works with it, where it can auto adjust, and we're gonna get into that right now. So until next time, go make or break something in your shop. See you guys.